Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about Psychology Unit 3 review, which is all about the brain and the anatomy of the brain. So the types of neurons are sensory neurons, motor neurons, and interneurons. Sensory neurons are nerve cells that transmit sensory information to the body's periphery, which is all the senses, to the central nervous system, which is the brain and the spinal cord. Motor neurons are nerve cells that carry signals from central nervous system to the muscles, telling them how to respond. And an example would be breathing or walking. Interneurons are nerve cells that process and transmit information between other neurons, and they help with coordination. So parts of the neuron: dendrites, which is these things on the end right here. They receive signals from other neurons and then transmit them to the neuron body, which allows the neuron body to process the information. And then axons, which is this green part right here, they carry signals from the neuron cell body to the branches. The myelin sheath coats the axon, so it would go all around here. That provides protection as it is a fatty layer that wraps around the axons. And then multiple sclerosis, or MS, is a chronic disease that comes from the lack of myelin sheath. Types of neurotransmitters: the first type is ACH, which is released when you contract your muscles, like when you make a fist. Dopamine is released during pleasurable activities like listening to music or going on a walk. Norepinephrine activates fight or flight response, and it's released during stressful situations, and it also increases alertness. GABA reduces anxiety and stress, and it also protects the neurons. Glutamate stimulates neurons to fire. It's also essential for learning. And serotonin regulates moods and promotes emotional stability. The nervous system is broken up into two parts: the central nervous system and the peripheral nervous system. The central nervous system is the brain and spinal cord, which is the red part on here. And then the peripheral nervous system is in two parts: the somatic nervous system and the autonomic nervous system. The somatic is the skeleton, and the autonomic is everything else, which includes your heartbeat and your lungs and everything else. The brainstem, the medulla, which is right here, it regulates breathing, your heartbeat, and your blood pressure. The pons, which is right here, it controls facial and body movements, such as walking, along with any eye movement or lip movement. The reticular formation, which is this red part here, it keeps you awake and alert. The thalamus receives all sensory information except for smell. And then the cerebellum is this part right here, which is called the little brain, and it's essential for learning, memory, and keeping balance. The types of lobes: the frontal lobe, which is this blue one right here, it is essential for planning, problem solving, and decision making. And damage to the frontal lobe can cause ADHD, schizophrenia, or dementia. And then the parietal lobe is this yellow one right here. It's essential for keeping balance, doing math equations, and having a touch perception. Damage to the parietal lobe can cause difficulty with spatial navigation and focus. The temporal lobe, which is the green one right here, it interprets sound, and the occipital lobe right here, the pink one, interprets any visual information. The green is for hearing, and the pink is for seeing. The limbic system, the hippocampus, which is right here, it's essential for memory. It converts short-term memories into long-term memories. The amygdala, which is right here, next to the hippocampus. It detects threats and awards. It also processes fear. And the hypothalamus, which is right here, it maintains homeostasis in your body, such as monitoring your body temperature. Some other terms to know are plasticity, which is the brain's ability to adapt its function and structure. An example would be when you learn a new skill, your brain has to adapt to it. And brain plasticity is higher in kids because their brains are much easier to adapt. Neural prosthetics are prosthetics controlled by the brain. Aphasia is a learning disability that causes speech impediments. And Phineas Gage, he's a man who a metal rod went through his head, like his skull and his brain. It damaged his brain, obviously, and it changed his personality forever. And it showed the function of the frontal lobe. That's it for Unit 3. Like and subscribe for more videos, and I'll have the Unit 4 video coming soon. Thank you.